The Empire's on the run. Alex Jones and the GCN Radio Network.
This is Alex Jones with 5 good reasons you should consider buying a solar power generator. Number 1, new climate legislation could easily double or triple your electric bill. Number 2, our new energy czar wants to control how much power your electric company allows you to have. It's true. Total government control of electricity in the name of smart grid technology is coming. Number 3, in some areas of the country, the power grid is dangerously overloaded. And now, new socialist legislation is only compounding the problem. Number 4, dangerous weather is always a threat to local grids. Every year, thousands of families lose their power from weather-related outages. Number 5, a solar power generator provides powerful backup insurance and peace of mind. Folks, I really believe in the solar power generators offered by Solutions from Science, one of my oldest sponsors. You can get more information at www.mysolarbackup.com. That's mysolarbackup.com. Remember, the government doesn't own the sun, so go to mysolarbackup.com or call 1-877-327-0365. Hi, folks. This is Alex Jones asking you for a minute of your time to tell you about soap. Not detergents, but good old-fashioned pure soap made by the Cal-Ben Soap Company, a family-owned and operated American company. My family, staff, friends, and radio listeners are constantly telling me how much they love these products for bath, hair, laundry, and dishes. There is nothing like these factory-direct, big money-saving, triple-concentrated soaps anywhere. Get a free detailed catalog by calling 800-340-7091 or see them online at 5starsoap.com or Infowars.com. Let's talk to the owner of 5 Star Soap, Marty Schachter, and see what he has to say.
As founder and owner for over 63 years, people keep asking me, how's business? I'm happy to say our business is going down the drain. Call us at 1-800-340-7091. Visit our website, 5starsoap.com, for buying our 1 to 2 month soap sampler. Thank you.
Let me tell you a little bit about one of our great sponsors, HomeGain.com. This is the place to get you started buying or selling a home, finding a realtor, and getting any real estate questions answered. Go to HomeGain.com and see what I'm talking about. All you need to do is type in your home address, and you will get an instant free estimate of your home's value online. This is a great way to be able to monitor the value of your home. And again, it's absolutely free. There are tons of tools to help you. For instance, if you want to remodel your home, go to HomeGain.com. Use their Home Sale Maximizer to help you determine which home improvements can most increase your home's value before you put it on the market. For 10 years, these folks have been helping home sellers and buyers. Visit their link at Infowars.com. Look for Max, the orange Home Gain Gorilla, to help you with any real estate needs you might have. You'll love this site. It's HomeGain.com. HomeGain.com. Check them out today.
Crashing through the lies and disinformation. It's Alex Jones on the GCN Radio Network.
Okay, I want to rapid fire through 5 or 6 more calls. Then I'm going to get into this headline. Government prepares to seize paychecks as status cancer explodes, up at prisonplanet.com. And our report details the full spectrum of what's happening. CNBC has the headline, UK proposes all paychecks go to the state first. This is the total nanny state. In the U.S., the feds want you to have a license to even have a garden that you eat out of. I mean, it's just total Soviet-level control. In fact, it's past that. So that is all coming up. And I also want to get into some video clips of Colin Powell saying, yeah, let's just get rid of the borders. Let's just legalize the illegals. You know, America's dying. We don't have kids anymore. So we've got to open the borders up to nationalistic groups from all over the planet who the government then hypes up against the country. And they want to convert the military almost entirely to foreigners. I mean, that's all in here. Do you see what's happening? Do you know in Europe and England they're ruled by foreigners they bring in to dominate them? I tell you, they got this figured out, folks. Let's go to James in Texas. James, you're on the air.
Hi, Alex. How you doing?
Good.
Was raised in Indiana around a bunch of Vietnam vets. They say, don't trust Big Brother. Don't trust the government. They're out to get you. But they never said why. Thanks to your show, opening my eyes, opening everybody's eyes. I thank you. I now know what they were talking about.
Well, but I'm not opening your eyes. I'm just like poking you in the arm and saying, hey, buddy, you might wake up and open your own eyes and look around you. But the biggest thing I'm here to push is people need to really realize how deep we've gotten into this. I mean, it's bonker land crazy. Go ahead.
It was just at Walmart. They even had a stand set up there for people to have flu vaccinations right in the middle of the store by the checkout lanes. I just chuckled as I walked by.
Well, they had record numbers of people not take the shots last year, so now they're trying to make it mandatory for medical workers outside of law, and they're just trying to put it everywhere like it's buying a bottle of bottled water. They're making it ubiquitous.
It's crazy. I just watched your Endgame last night. Great flick. Also, your Obama deception, a lot of info there. But I'd like to know a little bit more about that Georgia stone.
Pardon me, sir?
The Georgia...
Guidestones?
Yes, sir. I'd like to know a little bit more about that.
Well, my film Endgame covers it. The Rosicrucians, that are an occultic pro-UN group, have a trust and bought the property decades ago, and they built these giant guidestones like Stonehenge that call for world government and reducing the world population to 500 million. And we cover it in my film Endgame, Blueprint for Global Enslavement. James, I appreciate your call. Wes in Utah, you're on the air.
Hello?
Hey, Wes, welcome.
Oh, thank you, Alex. Good to be here. Gosh, I don't know where to start here. You know, you have really helped open my eyes as well. First off, I'm just surprised that KSL TV would actually make a story like that or let it out in the open about the vaccines. My wife is a nurse, and she's kind of been reluctant in, you know, accepting what you've been reporting. And I know it's all legit, but when she did not take that H1N1 shot, simply because I guess she was suspicious of the FDA being so quick to approve it.
And now the British Medical Journal and the EU Commission have come out and admitted that it was a fraud, that it was dangerous, and that it was payoffs. What can't she understand about hundreds of vaccines they're trying to make mandatory because drug makers are lobbying government to do it? I mean, what do we not know about other drugs being dangerous that they knowingly get approved or they prescribe to children, like psychotropics and other things? They know Adderall and Ritalin are causing heart attacks in children. I mean, they know all of this. And, I mean, your wife can read the insert, can't she? She knows that almost every year the flu shot doesn't even get it right to mirror whatever that year's mutation of the flu is. I mean, doesn't she understand that the White House science czar admits that they have a plan to put poisons in vaccines to dumb people down and sterilize them? I mean, can you take her to Infowars.com with direct links to literally hundreds of articles we've written in the last decade, directly to the Rockefeller Foundation and others admitting they developed these vaccines? The vaccines aren't what you're told they're for. That's the issue. It's not we don't believe vaccines couldn't be good. We don't believe there isn't something to the science of artificial immunity being acquired. It's that the people running things are a bunch of psychopaths.
Well, you know, Alex, she is listening right now in the other room. But, you know, I think she is coming around here. She's watched your movies. I've purchased Endgame and, you know, the Obama deception. She has watched some of these films, and she is coming around here. Another thing that was interesting, just last week, I was furious. She was traveling in Las Vegas, and they just kind of randomly kind of selected her. She didn't have to go through a naked body scanner or anything, but they kind of harassed her. They had a Department of Homeland Enslavement guard run their hands along her pants. And then after she gets through security, she buys a soft drink, and then one of those people come up to her and demand to test her drink. I mean, it's ridiculous. It's harassment. I was just so angry about that.
Let me break this down to your wife and you. It's dog training. They admit it. Governor Ridge said 7 years ago as the head of Homeland Security that they would have naked body scanners, not just at airports, but at train stops, bus stops, then shopping malls, then public schools. They always, take your shoes off, take your belt off, answer questions, go through a naked body scanner, make women, you know, who've pumped to feed their babies drink their own breast milk. That's happened. They now squeeze women's body parts as enhanced pat down. All of this is to train you to have government get in your comfort zone. Bill Clinton signed an executive order to take blood forcibly to get driver's license. Now government's proposing it. They put this stuff in place but don't implement it right away. See, so that's the issue. The average TSA worker is just somebody, you know, wanting $15 an hour or whatever they get paid. They're on average not really bad people. Some of them are control freaks and, you know, go crazy and announce they're God at the airport and get arrested, or make fun of their staff being put to the scanners and getting fist fights, or tell women, I'll put you in jail if you don't become my sex slave. I mean, there are some of them that are control freaks that get into that line of work, but most of them are just citizens like us. And they're given the false reason they're doing this. But the main reason it's being done is to train you to have people get in your comfort zone. When I was flying around the country with Jesse Ventura 2 weeks ago, he has a artificial hip. And every time, and I watched Jesse and others be put through, mainly older folks, and they would pat them, they would squeeze them, they would violate them. And Jesse says he hates it more each time because it's an act of humiliation. And he said, you know, America's like East Germany. And he was griping, saying, this is Nazi Germany. I'm sick of this. And it's all about them lining you up. I mean, look at the public schools. Drug dogs searching your bags, thumb scanning to get your school lunch, writing dossiers on your parents. I mean, this goes on in school now as part of the school curriculum. It's all done on computers now, so it's being filed with the government. This is all about re-engineering society, and we have all the proof. It's so diabolical. Sorry, go ahead.
Oh, no, that's why I say I do anything I can right now to keep my son in private school. We're a two-income family here, and anyway, but my wife and I are just making sacrifices to keep my son in private school. He's 10 years old now and very bright, and they're really big on the Constitution and property rights.
And that's why they want to wreck the society so that you can't escape, and your child will be taught how to use drugs, will be taught how to take Gardasil, and I want to force it on boys. I mean, the Gardasil shot admits it doesn't even protect you from papilloma, but they don't care. I mean, that's what's so insane. God bless you, Wes. I appreciate your call. John, Todd, many others. I'm going to get to you, but I've got to start news blitzing now. Let me go over this report. And for those that think we're making this up, here's MSNBC. UK proposes all paychecks go to the state first. The UK's tax collection agency is putting forth a proposal that all employers send employee paychecks to the government, after which the government would deduct what it deems as the appropriate tax and pay the employers by bank transfer. The proposal by Her Majesty's Revenue and Customs stresses the need for employers to provide real-time information to the government so we can monitor all payments and make better assessment of whether the correct tax is being made. Gotta have a license to have a garden. They've got that legislation in Congress. You're guilty until proven innocent. They're coming in with taxes and regulation and inspectors for swap meets and for bazaars and for garage sales. It's about total surveillance of everything you do. So Paul Watson put together a report. And actually, guys, when we printed this, it only printed the front page. So can you print me the full article, or I guess I can read it off screen, actually. Just it's kind of hard because it's across the room. This is a prisonplanet.com detailed report. Government prepares to seize paychecks as status cancer explodes. And Finland does things similar to this. The government controls your bank account. Everything must be done digitally. And this is how they fully control the system. Forget big government. The same elite policies caused the financial collapse are now ready to launch the next phase of their fascist takeover of the economy. And then they can also track everything you're doing. They already know your customer, track your bank account in live time. By forcing businesses to send employee paychecks straight to the government, who would then deduct the appropriate tax before the employee receives their wage as the status cancer of collectivism grows. They just raised the VAT tax on top of their income tax over there. The proposal represents another hammer blow to financial privacy as the establishment moves towards a total cashless society where every transaction is tracked, traced, and controlled by the authorities. The UK's tax collection agency is putting forth a proposal that all employees send employee paychecks to the government, after which the government would deduct what it deems as the appropriate tax payment for the employee bank transfer. And, of course, CNBC doesn't call this a police state. It's wonderful. The system would be run by the same organization, Her Majesty's Revenue and Customs, that has become notorious for its botched handling of data and incorrect tax calculations. They're always higher, it's not incorrect, which have forced people to spend months and even years trying to claim back unfairly claimed money.